Hello there. Today, let's take a moment of quiet to talk about a skill we may have unintentionally forgotten in our hurried lives. A skill not often taught in classrooms, yet one that holds the key to understanding, connection, and growth. That skill is the art of observation. Have you ever wondered why some people always notice the subtlest shifts in another's mood, while we sometimes just pass each other like hurried shadows? Why some people find brilliant ideas in the most ordinary things, while we find the world around us dull and lackluster? And have you ever felt you were living in a noisy world of information, of endless races, to the point where you lose connection with the present moment? If even one of these questions has ever crossed your mind, then perhaps now is the time for us to listen again and to look again. The noisy world and the forgotten art of silence. We live in an age of distraction. Smartphones, social media, messages, notifications. They constantly call out, pulling our attention in 100 different directions. We scroll more than we see. We hear more than we listen. We consume information passively and gradually lose our ability to actively understand the world. Observing, in essence, is not merely seeing. It is an active engagement of the mind and heart. It is using all our senses to gather information, then using focus and reflection to understand the meaning hidden behind that information. It's when you don't just see a flower, but you also catch its fleeting fragrance, feel the softness of its petals, and perceive the process of it reaching for the sun. But why have we stopped observing? Perhaps because we are too busy. Busy worrying about the future, busy regretting the past, to the point of forgetting that life is unfolding right in this very moment. And when we cease to observe, we are losing precious pieces of reality. The invisible power of observation, the doors we've left unopened. The skill of observation is like a superpower that everyone has the potential to possess. It doesn't just help us see more, but to live more. First, observation helps us understand people. Just think, a flicker in the eyes, a slightly forced smile at the corner of the lips, a restless gesture of the hands. These are all unspoken languages. When you truly observe the person in front of you, you don't just hear what they say, you read what they are feeling. This turns an ordinary conversation into a profound connection. It helps you become a friend, a colleague, a teacher who knows how to empathize and share. In love, it is the invisible thread that helps you recognize your partner's subtle needs, making them feel valued and understood. Second, observation is the wellspring of creativity and learning. All the greatest ideas originate from observing the natural world and people. Newton observed a falling apple. Archimedes observed the rising water in his bath. A writer observes lives on the street to pen stories that touch hearts. A photographer observes light and shadow to create masterpieces. When you carefully observe a process, you find ways to improve it. When you observe someone more skilled than you learn lessons no textbook can teach. Life itself is the greatest teacher, and observation is the only way to learn its lessons. Third, Observation keeps us safe and helps us make wiser decisions. Imagine you're crossing the street. Observing isn't just looking at the traffic light. It's also noticing if a car is speeding up despite the red light, or if a pedestrian is about to dart across. This skill in life helps you read situations with potential risks. In work, it helps you grasp trends, changes in the moods of clients or colleagues, allowing you to make accurate and timely decisions. And above all, observation helps us find beauty and peace. Have you ever stopped and truly observed a sunset? Not to take a picture for social media, but to truly watch the colors shifting in the sky, feel the gentle evening breeze, and listen to the sounds of the city gradually settling down. When you do that, you'll find your heart becoming strangely still. Anxieties and haste seem to melt away. Observation is a form of meditation. It pulls us back to the present, the only place where life truly happens. Lessons and advice, beginning the journey to sharpen the eyes of the heart. So, how can we nurture this wonderful skill again? It doesn't require complex preparations, only intentionality and patience. 1. Start with the smallest things. You don't need to go to a faraway place to observe. Start right in your own home. This morning, while making a cup of coffee, truly pay attention. Listen to the sound of the water boiling. Smell the aroma of the coffee. Observe the deep brown color filling the cup and the steam rising. Just a minute, and you'll see an ordinary ritual become wonderfully beautiful and vivid. 2. Practice wholehearted listening. In a conversation, try to give your full attention to the speaker. Don't just listen for a chance to reply. Listen with your eyes. Observe their facial expressions, their gaze, their hand gestures. You'll be surprised to discover how many real messages are being conveyed through these. 3. Give yourself purposeless moments. Each day, try to spend 5 to 10 minutes, perhaps sitting in a park or a cafe, and simply watch. Watch people passing by. Watch leaves falling. Watch a child at play. Don't judge. Don't interpret. Purely observe. Let the world move before your eyes. This is a wonderful way to train your focus and objectivity. 4. Jot down what you see. Keep a small notebook. Write down or sketch the interesting things you observe during the day. A beautiful architectural detail on an old building, an impressive remark someone made, or simply your feeling when witnessing a certain scene. This will help you remember and sharpen your awareness. 5. Turn down the noise. Try, for one day, to walk without headphones, or spend an evening without scrolling through social media. When you turn off these active sources of sound and imagery, your senses will naturally become sharper to receive the world around you. The journey back to the present. In summary, the skill of observation is a gift we can give to ourselves. It is the bridge that brings us from a world of chaotic thoughts back to the stillness and clarity of the present moment. It teaches us how to slow down, to feel more deeply, and to love more completely. To live without knowing how to observe is like watching a movie without really looking at the screen. We miss the subtle details, the emotional developments, and the profound meaning of the story. So, right now, after you finish reading this, please try to pause. Take a deep breath and look around you, maybe through the window or right in the room where you are sitting. Let your eyes wander and discover something new, however small, that you had never noticed before. Because the beauty of life does not lie in grand things, but hides in the small details we inadvertently pass by every day. And when we learn to observe, is when we truly begin to live. Thank you for listening and accompanying me on today's journey. Please keep your eyes and heart wide open.